National Anthem performed by...
Then I yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Class of 2022, trustees, faculty, staff, family members, and friends of the class of 2022, it is my honor to welcome all of you to our commencement ceremony today. Whether you are here in person or the thousands online watching today or tuning in via other methods, we are grateful for your presence on this very special day. First, I would like to thank all the individuals who helped make today's event possible. It truly takes a team and an army to make an event of this nature happen. And I would like to thank our entire team of volunteers, our commencement planning committee, our IT individuals, our marketing, communications. Please join me in giving them a big round of applause. At this time, I'd like to take a moment to introduce the individuals on the platform with me today. I would ask you to please hold your applause until after I introduce the members to be recognized. Our Dean and Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Bill Peratt. Our Associate Dean of Graduate Medical Education, Dr. Oliver Hayes. Our Assistant Dean of Research, Dr. Joseph Benoit. Our Assistant Dean of Evaluation and Assessment, Dr. Marcy Oxford. Our Assistant Dean of Faculty Affairs, Dr. Gabor Zalai. Our Vice President of Academic Development, Dr. Don Pesca. Our Chair of Faculty Council, who could not be here today, but Miriam Donahue and Steve Ontiveros was filling in for her, so welcome. Our Regional Assistant Deans, Dr. Munir Asi, Dr. Gerald Moser, Dr. Karen Valiant, our Executive Director of Student Affairs, Vanessa Richardson, and our Office of Admissions and the Registrar, Eric Sandoval. Now it is my honor to introduce members of our Board of Trustees that are here with us today. Our Chairman, Mr. Bob Wingo. Our Vice Chairman, John Harris. Dr. William Baker. Dr. Denise Gonzalez. Dr. Dan Arvisu. Dr. Monica Torres. Ceci Areola. Dr. John Rogers. And thanks to John Rogers and his personal relationship, it's my pleasure to introduce you to the last member of our platform party, who you will hear from shortly, our nation's former Secretary of Education, Arne Duncan. Let's give our entire platform party a round of applause for being here. At this time, would all the members of the faculty please rise? Without a doubt, our faculty is the backbone of our college. Please join me in thanking them for their countless hours of teaching, advising, and supporting our class of 22. To our faculty, please give them a round of applause. And supporting our faculty and our students is our entire team of college support staff. Wherever you are in the audience, if you're a member of our team and support staff that support not only our faculty but our class of 2022, all the members of the BCOM team, please stand to be recognized as well. And although not present here today, we have over 800 physician preceptors along with the many hospital and clinical affiliates and their teams of employees who have supported our mission and you, the class of 2022. Please join me in thanking them as well. Round of applause. Oh, well, graduates, you all look great today, and a lot of excitement. It was a beautiful day yesterday, and it's great to see you and your family members here as well. It's hard to believe that 1,366 days from today was your white coat. And who could have imagined that 18 months after the start of that event, as you headed into your third year, you would be facing what medical students have not seen in 100 years, a worldwide pandemic. In 2020, I used the term pioneers to describe our inaugural class, and that was fitting because they were the trailblazers that really set the pace for the future classes. And when I was thinking about you, the class of 2022, and what word would I describe you, the word that came to mind was fearless, the fearless. And it has been stated that fearlessness is the next level of confidence, and confidence you have. And when you combine fearlessness with confidence, you have the courage to take big leaps into the unknown. You can live your dreams, build bridges to places that you can't see yet, and take chances that others would not even imagine. And in July of 2020, you definitely took that leap into the jaws of a raging pandemic within the hospitals and the clinical settings, a leap, as I said, has not been seen by any other medical student in over 100 years. Despite those immense difficulties of medical school, COVID-19, each of you persisted and are here today, proof positive of what it takes to succeed. Today, we award 152 doctorates of osteopathic medicine. The nation will receive 152 new physicians, confident physicians, and yes, fearless physicians. And just to emphasize your accomplishment, 1/3 of 1%, 0.3% of our nation's population call themselves a physician. And when you think of that and you ponder that statistic, it's truly remarkable. I would like to take a moment to thank all those who helped you get to this moment today. Nobody makes it through life alone, we all know that. And each of your accomplishments are due in some part to the support and encouragement you have received from your family and your friends. Class of 2022, you remember this well, just as we did at your white coat ceremony. Please rise, turn, look side to side, and give your loved ones, your family, your friends a big round of applause for all of their support. At this time, please welcome our Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Bob Wingo. The Obama administration. Prior to joining the Obama administration, Arnie Duncan served as the Chief Executive Officer of the Chicago Public Schools, during which he facilitated the opening of over 100 new schools. Secretary Duncan graduated magna cum laude from Harvard University in 1987, majoring in sociology. Secretary Duncan has a lifetime of experience within the realm of education and opportunity building for communities in need. He is a proponent of significant institutional policy shifts that help increase educational access for all. His example shows what you can accomplish when you lead with humanity, values, and use your voice to create real change. We are so grateful for him taking the time to speak at our commencement. Please join me in welcoming Secretary Arnie Duncan.
Good morning, and thank you so much, President Hummer. It's an absolute honor to celebrate with all of you today. This is a remarkable class, graduating from a truly unique college, an institution living not on a legacy or distant memories, but instead born very recently to address a need that's both urgent and critical. Who will train the next generation of doctors, often from underrepresented communities, to work with underserved populations? The answer is a beautiful, inspiring sight. It is each and every one of you. To the staff and faculty, board and leadership team, thank you for everything you do every single day. And to President Hummer, Dean Perot, and NMSU Chancellor Arvizu, thank you so much for having me here today. Collectively, we have no shortage of problems to work on. And I'm always drawn not to those that just admire a problem, but to those who create and innovate and collaborate to solve them. New Mexico is an absolutely gorgeous state, but it doesn't have enough doctors. Every county here is underserved, every county. Of the doctors you do have, you also have an aging workforce, and like every state, you don't have enough diversity. New Mexico also is not a wealthy state, but when the public and private sectors come together, great things can and do happen. And that is the story, that's the mission of your college, to attract the best, the brightest, the most diverse, the most committed future doctors, and provide them with world-class training that you need and deserve. The model you are building here is truly fascinating to me. I think it has national implications. Think how many communities, how many states could benefit from this kind of vision and this kind of partnership. The origin story of Burrell College is powerful, but what truly inspires me even more is all of your stories. I was lucky enough to talk with some of you recently. You come from here, from across the Southwest, from across the country, and across the globe. Some of you are first-generation college grads. I don't know if medicine found you or you found medicine, but for all of you, it was a match made in heaven. Whether it was a medical mission, your own health challenges, or your intuitive understanding of the mind-body connection, you are all here for a reason. I've always thought there are two most important days in all of our lives. One is the day that we're born, and the second day is the day that we discover what our purpose is. And there are many people who might live long lives, and they might even accumulate wealth and power and fame, but they never discover their purpose. All of you have already done that at a relatively young age, and that is such an important gift, not just for all of you, but for all of us. And I want to take a second to speak very personally from my own lived experience. As doctors, you will often see us at our lowest moments. We rarely wake up and say, this is a great day, I'm going to go see my doctor, I'm going to go to the hospital. You'll see us at our most vulnerable, at our most scared times, when we feel most powerless. And we need you to see us, see all of us, not just our symptoms, not just our illnesses. We need you to care about us and treat us, and not just our stomach, or our head, or our foot. And that's exactly what you've been trained to do, both with great compassion and with true humility. You've gone through your training during a pandemic, the likes of which I hope we never see again. I can't imagine the fear and uncertainty you felt as this nightmare unfolded, and yet you persevered, you learned some critically important lessons, and you continue to serve. Tragically, during this time, we've lost 1 million of our fellow citizens. Far too many killed by COVID, and far too many killed by misinformation and disinformation and a fear of science. And I've thought about how do we rebuild the public's trust in science. And I don't think we can win that battle just by throwing more facts, more data, and more studies at people. That can feel overwhelming to folks, and it's often too easy to tune all of that out. But what I think people can't tune out, and what I think all of us crave, is someone who truly cares about us. And your care, your compassion, and your expertise, informed by science, powered by science, can help to break down those barriers and to rebuild trust. I absolutely look forward to every possible medical breakthrough and use of technology that will help to increase wellness and save lives. But please, please don't ever forget the power of relationships to change lives. The human element of your work will always be of the utmost importance. I think that's always been true, and I think that will always be true. And let me close with one final thought. I believe our country needs so many things right now, but at the top of that list for me is this. I think our country needs to heal, and we need to heal together. We can't do that by some president's speech, by passing a law, or by approving a budget. We can only heal by taking care of each other. And when I look out at all of you, what I see gives me so much hope, because I see our next generation of healers, ready to go out into the world and serve the people and the communities most in need of healing. This time, this moment in history has chosen all of you. To the family members of our graduates, I can't even begin to imagine your pride today, and congratulations to all of you. No one gets to this point without your love, your support, your encouragement, and your sacrifice. And to our graduates, I can't tell you how much you inspire me. I love what you have done, I love what you will do, but most of all, I love who you are. For all the dark and difficult times that we've been through recently, I'm always, always full of hope. I like to think my hope is not a naive hope, but a hope based firmly in reality, a reality I get to witness every single day, including days just like this. Thank you for allowing me to share this special day with you, and congratulations. I wish you all the best.
Wow, so here we are, guys, our last rodeo as students in medical school. First and foremost, to all the family and friends here today, I would like to welcome you all to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2022. It has been a privilege and an honor to get to serve as your SGA president. I cannot believe that I got to accompany you all on this journey and to see us achieve one of the highest of honors today. I am sure this is not the end of the road for us in any way, but merely the opening of a new chapter. It is during this chapter that we partook in a journey where many of us had to pull all-nighters, work incredibly hard, and sacrifice personal relationships along the way. Now, we all get to pull all-nighters, work incredibly hard, and sacrifice personal relationships, but this time with a paycheck. As we move into the next stepping stone of our lives called residency, it is insanely easy to get swept under the current of work. But now, I want to remind you all how important it will be to take care of yourselves both mentally and physically. A work-life balance will be critical, albeit a scale that tilts to the work side just a little bit more. To be honest, the motivation to work hard is kind of like bathing. It doesn't last very long, and it's best to repeat it every day. Making sure that you have the proper methods to deal with things when they go wrong, so you don't get swept away with them, is extremely critical, especially with how high stress residency can be. As Elvis Presley once said, when things go wrong, make sure you don't go with them. Through medical school, there was a quote by my favorite author that really resonated with me. Neil Gaiman said, "So be wise, because the world needs more wisdom. And if you cannot be wise, pretend to be someone who is wise, and then just behave like they would. Or as we like to say in medical school, fake it till you make it." But in all reality, there's nothing fake or made up about the success that you all have accomplished today. You all put in the blood, sweat, and tears into the work required to earn the title of doctor. Every single one of us has a backstory that makes our journey unique. And just for that journey alone, you all should be very proud. After today, for many of us, life will be taking us in different directions, but it's always going to be the same common goal, and that is to protect the health and well-being of the individuals in our community. And with the sacred oath of our field that we took the day we put on our white coats, we have been entrusted, the day that we put on our white coats, we have been entrusted to, most importantly, preserve the health and the life of our patients. But knowing all of you, I know we will be all taking it a step further and bringing about beneficial change and positively impacting the patients that we will be responsible for. To Burrell College, I want to thank you as an institution for taking us on as students and molding us into the pillars of the community. To the staff and faculty of Burrell College, I want to thank you for the long hours and dedication that you all put into educating us and being strong role models for us to look up to as students. To the family and friends here with us and watching along today, thank you for being there for us through this journey and helping us to celebrate our proudest of moments. To my colleagues graduating with me today, thank you for allowing me to represent you and for helping me to grow as an individual by impacting my life in the most positive of ways. And now, without further ado, I would like to say congratulations to the class of 2022.
I'll say if that's the worst wardrobe malfunction we have today, we did okay. Well, good morning. And in particular to our class of 22, I'm glad you all made it. Well, it's my pleasure and my honor to turn a page as you transition from the role of student and medical student to the role of physician, and more specifically an osteopathic physician. I can't think of a profession where that transition accounts for a bigger difference. You're going to wake up tomorrow, probably not going to feel a whole lot different. You're going to wake up on July 1st and probably feel a lot different. And as you realize that transition, realize that we no longer see you as students, we see you as colleagues. And the patients that you will take care of will look to you, depend on you with a sacred trust. They will share things with you that only you will know, that their families and the people closest to them won't. Protect that trust and respect it. So it's my pleasure now to invite back to the podium, on behalf of the faculty of the college, I'm pleased to present the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine President Hummer, please come forward to confer the degrees.
Thank you, Dr. Pratt. Today, I have the distinct honor and privilege of presenting to you the 152 candidates who have satisfied the requirements for the doctorate of osteopathic medicine. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the Burrell College of Osteopathic Medicine, I confer upon each of you the doctorate of osteopathic medicine as recommended by the faculty of our medical school. In accordance with usual custom, you as individuals are entitled to all the rights and privileges which pertain to this degree here and elsewhere. Our graduates will now be individually recognized by our Executive Director of Student Affairs, Vanessa Richardson. Vanessa?
Stand, along with any other fellow osteopathic physicians in the audience, and join me as we recite the Osteopathic Oath together. For family and friends, if you'd like to follow along, it's on page 17 of your programs. Reading together. I do hereby affirm my loyalty to the profession I am about to enter. I will be mindful always of my great responsibility to preserve the health and the life of my patients, to retain their confidence and respect, both as a physician and a friend who will guard their secrets with scrupulous honor and fidelity, to perform faithfully my professional duties, to employ only those recognized methods of treatment consistent with good judgment and with my skill and ability, keeping in mind always nature's laws and the body's inherent capacity for recovery. I will be ever vigilant in aiding in the general welfare of the community, sustaining its laws and institutions, not engaging in those practices which will in any way bring shame or discredit upon myself or my profession. I will give no drugs for deadly purposes to any person, though it be asked of me. I will endeavor to work in accord with my colleagues in a spirit of progressive cooperation and never by word or by act cast imputations upon them or their rightful practices. I will look with respect and esteem upon all those who have taught me my art. To my college, I will be loyal and strive always for its best interests and for the interests of the students who will come after me. I will be ever alert to further the application of basic biologic truths to the healing arts and to develop the principles of osteopathy, which were first enunciated by Andrew Taylor Still. You may be seated. I now welcome back to the podium President Hummer.
Okay, doctors, we're almost to the end here. But before I close out our ceremony, I would like to call to your attention our college photographer. Where are you? Right here. Right here. Okay. So we are going to, it's Christopher Espinosa. This is Chris over here. Everybody knows Chris. Wave your hand, Chris. Right here. Okay. So this is a tradition. Before we recess out, he's going to come up. He's going to have a ladder. He's going to take a photo of the class. You'll stand. And then after that photo, Mr. Duncan, Dr. Pratt, and myself, and Mr. Wingo will be right there in the middle. We'll get a photo, then I will run right back up here, and we will close this out, okay? So let's go ahead and do that right now as we do that photo. Okay. And so Arnie, we'll go down there. We're gonna Arnie Duncan again for coming from Chicago to be with us today. Let's give him a round of applause again for. Also, our chairman, Bob Wingo, and the entire board of trustees, I can't thank them enough for their guidance and their direction and their support of our entire mission, so let's give them a round of applause as well. Our dean, Dr. Pratt, the entire faculty, staff, the entire team, again, thank you. Let's give them a round of applause for all they do. And so, graduates, today is the first day of the next chapter in your lives, your first day as graduates of medical school, and your first day as osteopathic physicians. Without a doubt, pride. Pride from your family, your friends, pride from all of us here is what we feel. Your future successes, both professional and personal, will always be celebrated by your colleagues here at the college. On behalf of the entire Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, I want to offer our personal congratulations to each and every one of you as you move on from medical school. And remember that you will always be part of our family. Our motto states, and you know it well, Para la gente y el futuro. And without a doubt, we know that you are for your patients, and you are for the future, and you are the future. And with that, may God bless you and your families and your friends, and Godspeed. Have a great day. You deserve a great celebration.
Sinma. Dr. Juan Antonio Valadez. Dr. Siddhartha Saitaja Vogirola. Dr. Paul Christopher Voloshin. Dr. Megan Wilson. Dr. Clinton Wu. Dr. Mahmoud Al-Ansur. Dr. Aisha Pat Bab. Dr. James Blaine III.